Welcome back to the Russ Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Jason Collins, and we are here. we are here with some NFL football, and we still got the same panel of guys. So, guys, let's get right back into it. So, Russell Wilson. I'm just gonna say it as a statement, and you guys tell me if this is a lie or truth. Russell Wilson is completely out of the MVP race. Brandon, I'll let you start.
Yeah, I think he is. I think it's Patrick Mahomes to lose right now.
Yeah. Savion.
I think that he still could be in the race a little bit, but Patrick Mahomes is definitely blowing everybody completely out of the water, in my opinion. He's just great. There's nothing you can do about it.
Lucas.
Man, I mean, I would say this is a runaway award for Patrick Mahomes, except for the fact that he threw three interceptions today.
Three.
Threw three of them. I mean, I get it. I get it. Xavier Howard is that man, but it's you can't. I don't think you can throw three interceptions in a game and still be front runner for MVP. I mean, he still is because of the lack of interceptions he's had throughout the entire year.
He's
But I
on
mean,
five now, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, I mean, he had two all year, and then he throws three today. Uncharacteristic. I don't see it happening again. I think he tightens it up in these last couple games, and I think he'll win MVP.
Yeah, I think the
What?
three interceptions just leaves the door open for Aaron Rodgers to come in, but it's still Patrick.
Yes, I was just about to say Aaron Rodgers is my MVP right now. I just think he's doing the same production with less. And with that three interception game horror show that Patrick Mahomes had, who was my fantasy quarterback, but horror show, um, that now puts Aaron Rodgers at four interceptions and Patrick Mahomes at five. So now he's leading in interceptions. And I believe Aaron Rodgers now has the better interception to touchdown ratio. But I'd take Aaron Rodgers in it. Patrick Mahomes really disappointed me today. I needed him, and he wasn't there for me. So we're not friends right now. So we'll come back next year, and maybe we'll talk about drafting him again. But that was actually my next topic. Patrick Mahomes throws three interceptions in a game versus the Dolphins. Was it more about Miami's defense, or is Pat just having struggles? So, Brandon, I'll let you go ahead and start.
Two of the actually, yeah, just two of the interceptions were off tips. So I mean, it's just unlucky, but I do think Miami's defense is legit. They have a really good secondary, and they were actually missing a couple of people. They were missing a couple of linebackers and I believe a defensive lineman. So they weren't even at full strength. So that just proves how well coached they are and just how ready they are with the next man up.
Savion?
Yeah, man, I definitely can go off what he said, man. They're well coached, and just missing a few pieces. Just imagine what they could do if they had them all. It's just really crazy to think about that a team could be so good with barely having the players necessary. Yeah.
Luke?
Yeah, I mean, that defense is otherworldly. I'm really excited to see what they can do in the next few years with their draft pieces.
Well, yeah, man, this defense is no joke. Um, I do want to put some of the blame on Pat, but it's really just because he's my fantasy quarterback. I just want to have somebody to blame. But no, I just really think this defense is really good. I think Pat could have been shocked by how good the defense was, honestly, because Miami, you would expect a team like Kansas City to really, really just go after a team like Miami. But this team has shown. Um, I just think at the start of the season they didn't show their full potential as a team. Mainly, it could have been because Tua wasn't the quarterback yet, but I don't think that's true. I just think the defense didn't find themselves yet, and now I think this defense is playing at playoff level, uh, yeah, they're playing at playoff level, and this is where you need to be around this time of the year to really win some divisions and get where you want to be in the playoffs. But some other games we had Pitt versus Buffalo, Tampa Bay versus Minnesota, a whole bunch of important games. Cleveland versus Baltimore, that was very important. Uh, Houston versus Chicago, Indiana. Indianapolis versus Las Vegas. Should have started the right running back. Jacksonville versus Tennessee. Man, a lot of big games this week that just went down. We don't talk about scores and stuff. We're running low on time, but what game do you guys think had like bigger implications on the playoffs, Brandon?
The Miami and Kansas City game actually, because if the Bills end up winning that division, then the Dolphins are going to get a wild card spot, and I don't know if the Ravens will get in because of that. And I know they're fighting for a playoff spot right now, but I think it'd be the Bills win that division so Miami gets a wild card, and right now the Ravens are third in that division, so I don't know if they can pull it out.
Lucas?
I think the biggest one today was probably Tampa Bay and Minnesota, because Minnesota needs to pretty much win out in order to get into one of those wild card positions. Because I'm pretty sure the Packers have the NFC North locked up, so they really need to tighten it up these last couple games if they want to make it to the playoffs.
Savion?
Yeah, man. I'm not. I'm not very sure. I think it was definitely. Um, yeah, man. I have no idea. Actually. Yeah.
That's all good, man. Oh man, no. Everybody for watching. You guys can't see our faces, but Savion isn't. He's not really invested into the NFL talk and stuff. So we're just kind of asking him questions, and he just tried to get by, man. It was the last question I had about football for him, but honestly, for me, I'm gonna say Pittsburgh and Buffalo. I think that game had a really good offense going against a really good defense, and then a really decent offense going against a pretty good defense, actually. So I think in terms of that, it was the best game to watch. But also, I think uh, it had some good um, implications because Pitt needed to beat Buffalo, and then they also needed Baltimore to beat Cleveland to lock their place. And if Cleveland would have beat if Cleveland would have beat Baltimore, then that would have made it more interesting. I don't remember the score, but someone's gonna have to remind me. What was the score of that game? Cleveland and Baltimore.
25-17.
Who won it?
Oh, Cleveland plays tomorrow.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, yes, yeah, yeah. Okay. So if Cleveland beats Baltimore, then that's gonna make it really interesting. But if Baltimore beats Cleveland, then that locks Pittsburgh, and I think that's a really important thing for them to lock up, especially just because that division is actually one of the best in the NFL. I think probably the best. You could argue. Oh yeah, Savion, you got some.
Yeah, I can't say that I am ready to see the Steelers go all the way.
Oh yeah, all the way Steelers, Steel
Yeah,
City,
just
man.
growing up, my grandpa was a Steelers fan, so just if they win, man, it'll just be awesome. Because he's always talked about the Steelers, how he watches every game. He wishes he could go to a game. It'd just be amazing.
Yeah, man. I just saw your text in the chat. Just no, no, but yeah, man. Yeah, for sure, man. I love Steelers football. Honestly, I know that we're like AFC rivals and stuff because I'm a Broncos fan, but I just love everything they stand for. I love Mike Tomlin. I think he's like arguably like the second best coach in the NFL, maybe third behind Belichick and Andy Reid. Um, I think the Steelers are having one of their best seasons in a long time. And I think if they really capitalize on this and like really like use their momentum of having a great record and having a great team overall, it's a really solid team. I think they could really shock some people. And I think they're the best team to dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs. Even though I don't think it could happen, but I think they're the best team to do it. They have the defense and they have the stout offense to go against their defense, which is a all right defense. It's not great. Uh, but yeah, I think the Steelers can do it. I completely believe in them, and if there's a time for it, it's now. They got a tough test ahead, but you know, I think they can do it. But on from that, that was NFL. I got one thing about some college basketball, and then that should be it, guys. But college basketball, man, I'm pretty sure we're all Razorback fans, so I don't think I have to specify anything. But Arkansas looks dominant, man, dominant. What's the chance to win the SEC for us? Because it's wide open this year, wide open. Kentucky is not what they once were. Calipari is struggling with his team, guys. It's wide open. Like, what's the percentage chance that we win the SEC this year? And Savion, I'll let you start it.
I say percentages are higher than they've ever been, man. You have all these superstars on this team, on this Razorback team, man. It's just amazing to see and just be able to be like a part of like the basketball community and just watch these people that you've seen do amazing things. I definitely could say they're going to go really far.
I think we lost Savion with some technical difficulties, so we'll come right back to him. But Lucas, what do you think?
As a fan, 100%. As a college basketball analyst, I'm gonna have to say, I'd say it's somewhere in the 40s, 50s. I mean, I feel like we got a pretty good shot. I saw Tennessee play; they're pretty good. Then again, I've watched way more Arkansas basketball than I have Tennessee basketball. But yeah, we got a good squad. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Coach Musk does with the group. Very excited about this season, way more than I was last season.
Brandon?
I think I'd give us a high chance, like 65%. Yeah, like you said, Kentucky's not looking like the team that they used to be, and I think we can beat Tennessee, and I think that's our only other real competition.
Now, Savion, what were you saying? Because we lost you for a little bit.
I was just saying, man, they have just a really, really high percentage, and they're just amazing. Just all these great players. You just couldn't ask for anything better. Like, Kentucky lost everybody, it looks like. Duke isn't the same. They lost to Michigan State at the beginning. It's just great. Like you said, the doors are open. Anything can happen. Razorbacks could win it all this year, and that'd just be it.
Yeah, for real, man. And like this can go as far as recruiting, as far as just like getting the Razorback name back out there. Like, if we shock the world this year and like win the SEC, go far in the tournament, man, which I think we can, like we're gonna be good for a long time. And I think we can really do it this year. Coach Musk has proven that he's a great recruiter, and he's also a great coach just in general. I think this is the year for Arkansas basketball to assert the dominance. And if we don't do it this year, next year we don't have Moses Moody, so we're gonna lose a good chunk of what we have. So
it's just gonna be a reload. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, because
dude, we're gonna develop our freshmen. We're gonna get transfers. We're gonna get new freshmen coming in. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, but Moses Moody is a dude, bro.
Moses Moody is good. He is very good, but I feel like Coach Musk will